Welcome back to Let's Play Rome Total War Carthage Campaign, episode for 42nd with me, Squawker. And when we left off, we managed to capture Scalabis from the Spanish, and we've pretty much broken their military into little pieces. All that's left are a few drippings of men who we shall hunt down as we make the march to Asturica. But before that, we still have many things to do, thanks to my advisor. We need to secure this frontier to make sure Gauls don't invade. We need to continue developing the economy to make sure it is as strong as can be, and various things like that. So let's just quickly look at Corduba and see the status of our mines and see if they're ready for upgrading yet. As you can see, these ones are already at mine +1, so we should be clear on that one if we check our building planner. Let us go down to mines. As you can see, this is where we can see everything we can build here. And yet mines can only go up to +1, so anywhere with mining potential should be sorted out as quickly as possible, such as Oscar, which is at least I believe this one is in Baetica actually. Let's check the status of these mines. Let's also demolish that sacred circle of Esses. We don't need that. I believe that we should construct a new shrine, such as we have ones for Tanit, Baal, and Milcad. In order to increase our economy, I believe Milcad would be a very appropriate god for us to worship. I'm going to lower the taxes for one turner just while the shrine is constructed. And yes, let's just also double check the status of mines. The mines here are quite strong. Do we have mines here? No, we do not. Are mines something we can build? No, they are not. But what we can do is we can replenish our armies after the Battle of Numantia. Make sure they are strong enough to face up to us. And we should also think about recruiting a second spy as well. A spy would become very useful for scouting out and monitoring the Gauls. But then again, do we need one there? We do. I will need one spy to monitor the Numidians and one spy to monitor Gaul. That's how I'm going to play it for now. I always need to keep on in the loop on what's going on in Africa. But I do need to merge Anibas Volubis out of the city, and we need to start sealing off these mountain passes. So we're going to start off by constructing a fort here, where we'll be able to keep the armies of Gaul at bay. As you can see, there is one already in waiting, led by Captain Barivendos. It's a weak army though, but it's still something of a concern to me. But for now, we're going to construct a fort. 500 gold that will be well spent for this. There we go. As you can see, we can still move that around as well, and we can put extra troops in there. Just because there's an enemy army there, I am going to move one unit of skirmishers into the fort, just for the defensive purpose. And I think I will actually move a second unit of Iberians there as well. Just enough to keep us safe. I'm going to move the general out though, because I want him to keep an eye on Oscar, and we're going to build extra forts here and here as well. So we can basically use the Pyrenees Mountains as our wall. All we need to do is seal any gaps in the wall, if you get what I mean. So that's that area now blocked off at least. So we can keep Gaul at bay there. What we also need to do is we need to continue upgrading the roads in these areas, though I'm now beginning to run out of money. But another thing that I was mentioned was the upgrading of roads to allow safer and faster movement of troops. We can also increase our temple to Tanit here, which will increase our food production. Money is getting low. I'm just seeing what we can build here. We do need to continue retraining. But extermination has actually reduced the population of this settlement to nearly nothing. Would Suez assist our growth? It would give us a health bonus, which would probably increase growth. A low tax rate could encourage growth for now, but if I was to increase my tax rate, we'd still have growth in the area. And I need the money. Taxing heavies is what we need right now. I'll use Corduba and Carthago Nova as the places where I'm going to create my most advanced units for now. Let's also see how high we can tax here. We can tax high here as well. More places we can tax high for now, the better. And just need that money to keep coming in. I mean, we should hopefully, yeah, look at that. Next turn we should have nearly 5,000 denarii to play with, so that's going to be very useful for me. Anyway, we're going to go to the next turn now. We're going to wait on retraining to be completed at Scalabis, or at least what retraining we can. Then we'll unite some armies from Scalabis and Numantia and lead the final push against the Iberians. They're very close to defeat now, and we can't really give them time to rebuild. I want them eliminated ASAP. But we still have other parts of the world to turn our attention to now. But for now, let's end the turn and proceed to the next one.
We're under siege.
So Gaul doesn't take kindly to stopped me building forts in the area, and they also sent another army now to potentially attack me. And there was a riot in Celtiberian, only still not too bad though, and it's actually an excuse to demolish the sacred circle actually, which was damaged in the fighting. So I believe I'm going to do that now. So get rid of that sacred circle, and I'm going to replace it with actually no, we want growth here actually, so I'm going to go for Tanit on this one and just repair everything else for now. I'm not planning to replace, I'm only planning to replace cultural buildings, if you get what I mean, because we need to make sure Carthaginian culture remains superior. But right, small Gaul army approaching us from this angle. Just mainly it has a warlord, some barbarian cavalry, and a warband unit, and we are under siege now at the fort. However, that is a weak army, just swords, barbarian cavalry, and warband. I believe what I have should probably hold out, or at least they might not hold out, but they'd probably buy us enough time to just quickly build some extra troops in this area here, so we could build some extra skirmishers. So 2 units of skirmishers should do. I mean, they'll need at least 1 turn to build a ram, so we're safe for now. And we should move north and build another fort there once we've dealt with that threat. We'll have to monitor where he goes for now. I do have my new spy in the area, at least, known as Xenophanes. Or the Xenophanes Illyria. I think Xenophanes would just be enough for him. So Xenophanes, let's have you move north.
My eyes are yours.
And monitor the movements of Gaul. Even if his Gauls are planning to attack Oscar, they have to take a very long route to reach there at least, so we should be safe on that angle. Cross the river and await further orders on the next turn.
Out of moves,
right.
sire.
Other things to do with end of turn report. We made a lot of money last turn. I've already spent quite a chunk of it. Carthago Nova now has the Shrine to Milcart, which should improve the public order to the point where can I get away with high taxes again? We're only just right. Maybe we should improve to a Temple of Milcart to further increase our trade, and also better roads in order to increase our movement along the campaign map. Parma. Can't neglect Parma. We need to... I'm going to disband those peasants because they're not useful to me. But we are going to recruit extra Iberians and extra skirmishers. We're going to make sure Parma has a nice, big, strong garrison. And I can't really afford any more retraining now, I believe. No. Well, at least there's nothing to retrain. And anything else? Recruitment report. Yep, that's what we did. We did retrain in Parma anyway. But Oscar now has a spy, and actually it's just all retraining. Right, good. Right, I'm going to give Celtiberian 1 turn just to calm down. So let's get those taxes down. And once we're on the next turn, we're going to start moving, or at least we're going to wait for Captain Nicholas to turn up. Small army approaching us, but enough for me. I mean, I'll just let them come. I'm going to sally forth and deal with them. And then in the meantime, we're actually done retraining here, so I am tempted to move the units out of here. I'm just very wary of where he could go. He's either going to Oscar or to Numantia. He's going to one of those two. So Sakabal, let's just take a nice big unit of cavalry, and you know what, I'm going to wait 1 more turn, but then again that gives them time to rebuild. Daniel Hayes, make sure you're in Asturica as well. We need that town to be infiltrated, and I need to be watching everything that goes on in there now. Oh, Gaul was spying as well. Spy party. Right, what we know about this area is, once more, the garrison is weak. It's cavalry, Scutari, some Iberians, and the warlord. Right, this army here probably would be enough to take it out, but I am going to need reinforcements from Celtiberian. So you know what, I'm gonna, well, no. Right, we'll just wait for him to attack. We'll fight him on the defensive, or at least we're going to sally forth, take him out, and then we're going to move on to the next turn. Simple as that. That's going to be my plan, because I do need to now worry about the fact that one of our other areas are under siege, and there's a lot of warband there. Warband come in massive numbers. And I mean, yeah, that's the thing barbarians have on top of me. They have numbers. There's 241 per unit there. Not enough for my Iberians to handle alone. I probably should have put cavalry in there, but I just lack cavalry in this area. Let's just go to the next turn.
We're under siege.
Well, this was very unexpected. A huge Gaul army has just appeared out of nowhere now, led by Captain Ambiorix. Right. Xenophanes, he can't get close enough to probably get me a full readout, but let's get as close as we can and find out what his army contains, because this was, yeah. This is a spanner in the works now. I didn't really... I mean, fuck, I should have scouted better, shouldn't I? But right.
Sire.
Captain Ambiorix looks like it has a big army. Probably too big for this army to deal with, at least. I'm going to need reinforcements on this one, but right. We need to fight that. We need to fight that battle for definite now. On top of that, profits were down. Construction report and look, Mikalaus of Palantina now approaches us as well. Another family member for me to wipe out. Parma's improved its wall. Scalabia some sewers, and we did some repairs. Carthago Nova, your public order is slipping. I'm gonna have to put the taxes down, I guess, Sven. Also get a bazaar going, because that's gonna be even more trade. And that's all the money spent as well, unfortunately. Recruitment report, yeah, some things were recruited, right. Ooh, this is not good. This is not good at all. We are under siege, and it's a very bad siege. It's a siege that could easily go wrong for me now. And this area is still crawling with Spanish just wandering around. Miklas V. Illigatis, he's now in the area. It looks like the enemy is just... I mean, it looks like Spain's just recruiting whoever they can into the family now. They're being desperate in order to avoid having their faction just be wiped out by the lack of family tree. But right, you know what?
Sire, my liege.
March everything out. Get rid of him. We're gonna do some housekeeping now. We're gonna get rid of all local Iberian forces. We're gonna have to march and save Numantia. But for now, that's gonna be a battle that goes in my favour. I outnumber him by just over 500 men. Strength ratio is 5-3 in my favour. He does have more command than me, though, but which is strange because he's pretty inexperienced, I would have thought. But 2 units of Iberians, skirmishers, war dogs, and the general himself. He doesn't have a very big bodyguard, though. It's actually the same size as mine, so this could go either way. I think it might go in my favour. By the way, he who serves me most will serve his country best, said Homer.
Men, this battle is inevitable, but victory hangs in the balance. Act with courage, all noble soldiers, and victory is in our grasp. And as the battle is joined, remember, my noble soldiers, they have fear in their hearts. Fear of you!
Hopefully the Iberians do fear me at this point. They really should actually, since I've been consistently winning against them now. But right, let's make our front line of Iberian infantry. We'll have the long shields march on one flank, the powerful flank. We'll have the round shields march on the other flank, the not so powerful flank, but they still have high numbers, so shouldn't really make too much of a difference. Skirmishers, you march slightly in front because I'm going to try and pepper the enemy with some volleys. And then, last but not least, General's bodyguard, you're here in the centre. I'll move you as I see fit. Right. Enemy is over there. So skirmishers, we want to start marching forward, and we want to pepper the enemy with some nice shots. Iberians, I want to bring them just out in front of them. So Iberians want to come here. Or at least we have a very wide battle line actually, but it's the kind of battle we should be able to close up as we begin to surround the enemy. I'm going to start bringing my cavalry around the edges. So put those there. If these guys actually somehow manage to get hidden, we never know, it might go out of the enemy's mind. And as for you, General, you just start moving up as well. Just be cautious. I don't want to suddenly lose you for no reason. But fine. The Spanish are desperate enough to just recruit anyone into their family tree. I guess I have to do some more pruning, don't I? Before I try to put together a plan in order to save the life of Numantia. It might even just involve getting whatever I can out of Carthago Nova and putting it in a position where I can use it as reinforcements to try and crush the Gauls. Not a good situation at all, peeps. Not a good situation at all. This is going to be very dangerous. We could possibly lose Numantia now, which puts me back on the back foot, just as everything's starting to go to the point where I was going to go on the offensive. It's alright though. We can recover this one. If we just play smart, we might be able to bring everything back. Right. You guys close enough to start loosing off some volleys? No, you're not. Right. Come even closer. Just keep coming closer. Iberians, keep moving closer. Just want to run a little bit. Actually, just get ahead. Go on. Just don't wanna like have some accidents happen right now. Cavalry is all moving now. This is just a nice formation movement here. Everything's moving according to my design. The enemy is bringing their skirmishers forward. Skirmishers, just defeat their skirmishers now. use our superior skirmishers just to wipe them out. They are bringing their cavalry forward a little bit, but I'm not sure they're charging them. Right, they're going to bring their... No. What are they bringing forward? Bringing their cavalry forward. Right, long shields, get in there. Everyone, close in on that cavalry. Close in on that cavalry. Round shields, you need to close in now and take out some of their skirmishers while they're running around. The enemy is trying... Right, General, get in there, General. General, just get in there, General. Cavalry, get in there. I wasn't expecting just to throw his General at me like that. That's... I mean, if I was multiplayer, you would be considered a fucking noob for doing that, right? Barbarians like to be unexpected, right? See if you can pull off a quick charge towards Iberians. Round shields, you're doing a... Ah, no!
Your foolish general has got himself killed! How will your soldiers greet this news?
Yeah, my general was foolish, of course, not one who just get that.
The enemy general was a fool! He sacrificed himself rather than leading his men to a dignified defeat.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what should have happened. He should have been... Their general should have been leading his men. Not just fucking ram-raiding my front line like that, but alright, whatever.
The enemy flee! Chase them from the field and give them no rest or pity!
I predict an episode full of annoyances for me right now. We have a surprise siege, we have another siege to deal with. The Spanish are now just trying to... just rebuilding their family tree at a disturbingly quick rate. And now I lose my general in a battle. Something is working against me here. Something is really working against me. At least we win this battle though. Take out some more bits of the Spanish infrastructure. Not taking out enough though. Really should have been marching forward on Asturica by now, but instead I'm defensive. Things aren't going right for me right now. Things are going very, very wrong, and it's very, very frustrating. I have to admit, I am feeling very, very pissed off right now. I honestly thought we had this going in my favour now. Chase down whatever's left of us, General's bodyguard, even if it don't count. Actually, no, if it don't count, just chase down anything else. Just get it to a point where their army should get wiped off the campaign map, unless the game's going to start favouring them now. Because obviously, fuck me for trying. Just give the Spanish all the points, even though all they're doing right now is just dying in battle to me. So that's the last of them wiped out, apart from those last few bodyguards, but I don't have time for them. Their high-value cargo's already
Victory lies in your grasp! And there is nothing the enemy can do but run!
That's a battle that came at a very high cost. Not happy with that. 231 losses, not pleased at all there. Not pleased one bit. But then again, I wasn't really expecting that tactic. I mean, once more, I know you have to prepare for unexpected shit when you're fighting a battle, but at the same time, I don't really prepare for the enemy general just fucking kamikazeing me like that. That was pretty annoying, right? Hadrimentum is dead though. That's annoying. Take this off auto management by the way. I don't want the settlement to do something stupid. The enemy has Rabdivo, and now we have Captain Yiholion leading us. Nice name. Right, let's return to the matter at hand. What do we do about Numantia? Well, you know what? We match everything we have out of Corduba. Get this army, get it to Numantia. It's gonna take more than one turn, but right, it's gonna take too many turns. That's how long it's gonna take. But just take whatever we can, get it to Corduba, get the area safe. I will dispatch units from Nova. Mainly, I'm gonna dispatch Briarius. You will travel to Corduba and you will govern it for now. I will monitor Carthago Nova personally. Right now, my family tree has suddenly become really stretched again. Just when I thought it was growing again nicely, but right. Carthago Nova, you are off auto management anyway. It's just continuing to build things that are going to benefit my trade, benefit my economy. What can we do with those last few bits of denarii, by the way? Well, what should we do? We need to think about defending this fort, really. Except I don't think I can move anything into a position to... Yeah. The fort may be a bit too well positioned, and it's going to surrender in 2 turns. I suspect sallying forth may be the smarter option at the end of the day. I probably should have just kept my general there for a turn. I should have known that enemy was going to siege, but I made a folly there. I made a big mistake. But we need to recruit more units from this area now. Might just have to sacrifice the fort. But you know what, we may as well leave it there for now. Because you know what, it still buys me 2 turns where Gauls are not attacking me from that angle. So leave the fort to stand now. We're using it as a sacrificial wall. Meanwhile over here, recruitment is just going to be on a freeze. Can't bring anything from Oscar apart from these slingers, but I don't want to leave Oscar defenses. I suspect there might be more Gauls in this black area, and what we need to do now is we need to construct watchtowers in the area. I need to get my observation game back to where it should have been, because that was not, you know, this is a result of very poor scouting. What I've done there, that is just poor scouting, and yeah, I'm very disappointed in myself. It's bought Gaul more time. I mean, it's bought Spain more time now. These annoyances. They're going to build Asturica up, and they're going to defend it as well as they can. Now, though, I have to deal with Numantia. Let's go to the next turn and see what we can do. Right, Gaelic reinforcements are already on the way, so we need to work fast. I've also spotted a Julii diplomat skulking around. I have no interest in talking to the Julii right now. I'm still very annoyed at the way they treated me a few turns ago, so I'm not really planning to accept any olive branches. Also, fucking hell, the Scipii have arrived. I guess we were right. The Romans were going to return at some point. Good thing Yushamananish is in the area. Bad thing, though, his army sucks. Is that a legion back? Oh, it wasn't a legion. I suspected for a minute that legionaries had started to appear. Scythia has gone to war with Dacia, and Dacia has done something with Armenia. I'm not very interested right now. Right, get rid of Admiral Publius, by the way, before something even worse happens. He just retreats because naval combat is bullshit in this game.
We are supreme!
And since you're quite strong, you know what? Sink the Scipii Navy. Make sure that isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Right, done. Or at least it just runs off. I really don't. I just don't understand the naval combat in this game.
The sea is yours, great lord.
At least the sea's mine again for a little bit longer. Right, you return there. Right, Parma.
My liege.
I'm going to risk it right now. I'm going to move, while I have Denari, I'm going to move my general out of the city. He should be able to move back into the city within a turn. Are there any mercs in the area who might be able to join? Bally Ericsson's done, right. I know that's going to cost me an arm and a leg, but you know what? 2 units of Balearic slingers, done. My chances of surviving here just got a whole lot better. Right. I could even take him out on the offensively, actually. We just don't know what he has. I know he has Hastati, which basically, yeah, I mean, look. His army is far superior to mine, basically. If we do lose it, we're going to scorch the earth. Same goes for Numantia. Numantia is at a high-risk loss. So what we're going to do is, we're going to, like, once more my advisor approved and suggested this, we're going to scorch some earth. So anything that can be useful to Gaul gets nuked. So things like practice ranges, stables. While it means I have to rebuild them if I win, I'm honestly not predicting a win right now because, I mean, I think the Gaul's going to attack this turn. I mean, at the end of this turn, let's have a look. They've already started building rams. I think we're going to get attacked at the end of the turn, so we're just to be safe now. Put the taxes down. I mean, it means I can't pull money out anymore. Minimize the taxes so we don't have some public order issue, but we'll just get rid of things like blacksmiths, you know, things that are going to allow Gaul to progress, like practice range, things like stables. Basically just leaving the bare bones in this town now.
Mighty general, prepare
Keep
for
moving.
battle.
And if Gaul comes knocking now, at least if they take the settlement, there's going to be very little for them to use at the minute. It looks like more Spanish might be marching out to meet me as well. Looks like Captain Edder's on his way. He's got a very weak army at least, so he should be able to take that down. Still got 1 turn left until this fort surrenders, and anything else to deal with right now. Briareus is now a turn away from Corduba, so you just keep making your way over. I've still got nearly 3,000 denarii left to spend. Oh, and by the way, rebels have turned up, because that's all I fucking needed right now. What's he called? He's got a very no. Cunabellinos of Itus Portis. I don't know what he does, but right now all he's doing is being a pain in the ass. Right. He'll be dealt with later. I don't have time right now. And to be honest, if Gaul takes his settlement, he becomes Gaul's problem. He doesn't become my problem. Meanwhile, over here, start recruiting some slingers, start recruiting some skirmishers, start recruiting more Iberian infantry. We need to just rebuild the garrison here, as well as just basically create a new army to go out on the offensive. Not recruiting any more round shield cavalry, by the way. We're phasing those out. Oh, I'm upgrading... Actually, I don't want to upgrade the temple right now. Don't need it. But what we're doing is we're just going to work towards phasing out round shield cavalry entirely in my armies, and just replace them all with long shield cavalry, who I now have access to, and they're far superior, so why aren't we recruiting them? Simple as that, really. Anyway, that's nearly all the money spent. I still have 1,000 denarii to play with, so I think we're going to improve the garrison of this town as well. Get access to a few Libyan spearmen, because you know what? The enemy, I mean, the Gauls, they do, and, well, both the Gauls and the Spanish, it seems to be, I mean, they do bring cavalry into the army, so it would be a bit of a folly not to bring spearmen in my armies, even if it's just a few. I just need to keep my flanks secure. And Captain Servius, I suspect, will inevitably siege us. Maybe we'll get a full readout of his troops once he attacks Parma, but for now, I just don't know what's there. And given my luck against Romans so far, I just don't want to go on the offensive. Not with town militia, not with units that are not designed to be offensive. Anyway, let's go to the next turn and continue to watch. Also, Xenophanes, why haven't you infiltrated the army yet? Get me the full readout now. Find out how badly fucked Numantia is. You better not die doing this, by the way. Right, here we go then. It's not exactly the most high-tiered army in the world, but as you can see, they're experienced troops. A lot of warband, a lot of swordsmen, quite a few cavalry. I think I was right to scorch the earth here. I suspect we might be able to retake Numantia quickly, but at the same time, that's a strong army. They're experienced, they won't break easily. And I don't think I have the resources to stand up to him for very long, so I'm gonna say I was correct. By the way, over here, are we able to build a watchtower?
Orders.
Yes, we can. Right, construct a watchtower.
Build tower.
There we go. Now we can watch this area properly. Now you continue your movement, and I will deal with you on the next turn, which we're going to right now, actually. Right, so the fort has fallen and the Gauls have taken over. Whether or not they take it out, I don't know. Actually, it looks like there's no garrison there, as we know. So if they leave no garrison, then there is actually just going to be that fort will actually just get knocked off the campaign map. The Romans, they've decided to stay on Parma for a while. I think they're having a holiday or something. We actually now have a full readout of their troops. There's a lot of spears in their army. Sadly, I don't have Libyan spearmen here, but I probably could have just been recruiting this turn, actually, because you know what? They're not sieging us, so I don't know. Just keep recruiting Iberian infantry until they decide to siege us. For now, I'm gonna. I mean, you know, the number there is positive, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait them out for now. We actually made a profit this turn, by the way, or this last turn, and we also now have skirmishers, Libyan spearmen, slingers, and some retraining done. Right. Let's continue trying to rescue this situation. First things first, you make your way into Corduba and take over governing, because we need to just continue making money in the area and make sure the public order is maintained. And you know what? Improve the roads. We need paved roads. I say we need paved roads because we need to just make sure we're moving around this campaign map as fast as we can. And also, you know what? If there's no garrison there, we could just quickly go and replenish it. Actually, I mean, you know what?
Mighty general.
I mean, we know right? Oh, I don't know where that Gaul army's gone actually now. I was going to say, I'm going to take men and just go back in there, but right, that Gaul army's gone off my radar again. I don't know if Spain's just chased them down, because I don't know if Spain suddenly started to hate Gaul. I mean, I don't know, but that army could be heading to Numantia to help, or at least annoy me.
Orders.
But we are actually now in a position where Philosia Ebesius is actually, I mean, the Gauls have actually taken too long with this siege. We have a chance now to probably actually save the city. It means I may have scorched the earth for nothing, but at the same time I did claim back some demolition money, and I did invest it, so it's like moving money around. Let's give this a go. We might be able to save some, well, bacon. I don't know if we rear pigs here. Sakarbal will not be under AI control, by the way. I mean, look, everyone, this is evidence. I have not clicked AI control for this guy. Just watch in a minute as the game puts him under AI control anyway, because the game doesn't like me very much. Strength ratio for this battle for the rescuing of Numantia is 1-to-1, slightly in my favour if I'm looking correctly. The bar is slightly leaning on my side, and I have just about 2,000 men. The enemy has roughly the same number, so it's in terms of numbers there is barely an advantage on my side. And even at that, their unit sizes are considerably larger than mine, which means we are going to have to be very careful not to get mobbed and overwhelmed by the enemy. There are a lot of weak units though, and since my army does have sufficient cavalry now, there is a chance. Now we're going to jump into this battle and we're going to fight it. We're going to fight it clean. We're going to fight it fair. We're going to fight tactically. But once more, people, look. If I check this box, by the way, Sakarbal will be under AI control. This box is now unchecked. Sakarbal will be under my direct control. And if a game bullshits me out of controlling the reinforcing army, well, I just won't be happy. Simple as that. I will be a bit miffed, because that will probably cost me the battle. Either way, let's fight this one out and rescue ourselves a city. And then we can put ourselves back onto normal services being resumed, and we can go and take Asturica, and then everything will be peachy keen. And then we can really start thinking about the next phase of our campaign, which is probably going to be now a conquest of Gaul, because Gaul's gone and pissed me off. Not that there's much worth having in Gaul, but the nice rich coasts here would give me easy access to Italy, where we can start to extract our revenge against Rome before they become too powerful for me to handle. Also, Messana is something I would like to have. If that's still rebel controlled, it's a ripe and a fat target for me to control. That thing could make us a lot of money. Anyway, enough bullshitting, enough talking. Next turn, please, or at least battle time now. He's not under AI control, by the way. I have double checked. By the way, large armies are always disorderly. Well, my armies are large, but then again, I have two medium-sized armies. The Gauls will be the disorganized ones.
Let us pray to the heavens and then take up the sword and bow. The gods help those who help themselves. So, let your battle cries ring out clear and loud. Death! Death and glory!
Death and glory is what it will be, because there will be a lot of death today on both sides of the battlefield, provided I get my wishes. Now, as you can see, we are fighting at the crossroads, because that's kind of cool, actually. The enemy will be deploying over here. I suspect Gaul will either use these forests or they will deploy on the hill. I think there is a guarantee that we will be dealing with hidden units. It's a good thing we've got a readout of the enemy army. We will be dealing mainly with warbands, so they're not too strong. However, my force here is not big, neither is it really that strong. I do have experienced men, they do have upgraded equipment for the most part, and I do have a very experienced general. I mean, this is Philosia Ubisius. I mean, this could basically be his last stand, his last charge, his last piece of glory, but we just need to make sure we march in a very nice way. So we're going to march with 4 men up front first, and I'm not going to group them right now because I probably am going to be splitting them off. But I don't think it's worth me keeping any secrets. I will just be straight up marching forward. Slingers will be going at the front because of the way they fire. We don't want to just lose a load of men to useless friendly fire. And the cavalry will be on my flanks. Now, this is basically my entire army here, but we do have another army joining us. And we're going to pause as soon as this starts. And yeah! Look at that!
Fear. Reinforcements have come! And your strength grows once more!
And it wasn't cowardly. Right now, the enemy is moving. They're going to be repositioning themselves because they've just realised, oh fuck, I have reinforcements. Let's quickly have a quick look at what we're bringing over here, even though I really should have done that before the battle. We've got Sakarbal. He's got plenty of cavalry, which will be, well, Warband do have a bonus against cavalry as far as I'm aware. I'm doing this off the top of my head again. I can never quite remember if they have a bonus against cavalry. But all this round shield cavalry will be brilliant for doing flanking, and they will mow down those skirmishers and those swordsmen. So we should be able to take those units out, because it's a swordsman who are very good at cutting up my Iberians. They're dangerous. We want to try and make sure Iberians don't engage. We want to make sure Iberians engage with Warband. That's units they can beat. We've also got a few more Iberians infantry here, and we've also got some skirmishers. Skirmishers, I'm not sure how much use I'm going to put them to, but it'll be enough. Anyway, these men will assemble on the hill once they're on the battlefield. I'm gonna be a little bit slow moving my first army though. Looks like Gaul is going to move into the forest, and they're going to hide from us, or they're going to retreat. I'm not really sure. I mean, they are running quite fast. Right, Right, they're not retreating. They haven't given a retreat order yet. This is where they're going to make their stand. They want to try and stand dead centre between me and Sir Carbal. So, fair enough. I'll let them do that. They are going to gather their men really very closely together. But I'm just waiting for them to sort of make their move. I want to know where things are going. I want to make sure I'm picking the best target possible for my slingers to target once we start moving forward. But for now, yeah, right. Let's just rotate our formation, guys. So I'm just going to put you all in a group for now. I'm going to ungroup you in a minute, but just because I want to maintain our formation. Line up here. Have the slingers stood on the road. Slingers do not fire at will, by the way. Just don't want to accidentally start, well, not start fatalities, but you know, let's make sure the hostility start in a controlled manner. Now over here, everything has just cut, well, nearly everything has come into the battlefield. Some are just still moving in, some of our cavalry. Got a nice contingent of cavalry here. I'd say a good place to put them right now will be on this hill. Don't bring the Iberians, by the way, they're not coming. But if we can get this cavalry plus Sir Carbal, and I believe there's another unit of cavalry here. So I want all of his shield cavalry to assemble on this hill here. Looks like Gaul's sending a little welcome party to deal with me as well, or at least to keep me away. They're sending some barbarian cavalry to slow down this army. So I think it would be very fitting if this round shield cavalry here, keep them occupied. I know he's sending it to distract me. I'm making sure he isn't getting away with it. Don't let Sir Carbal fight this one, though. Sir Carbal will stay here. If they take Sir Carbal out, we're going to be in a dangerous position. Right, you lot just line up here. Stare them down for a little bit. Let's just see what Gaul's doing. Yeah, they're trying to split off their forces where they can. They want to get ready for me. I'm just waiting for this army to assemble. This is a lot of micromanagement I have to do today, by the way. So this is not going to be easy for me right now. This is not going to be easy at all, but right. Let's take all the Iberian infantry here. So I want you guys, and you guys. These are all the Iberians we have here. Oh shit, I just deselected them, didn't I? Right. Try that again. So you lot, and you lot. Let's make our formation here. Now, let's just quickly pause. Just need a moment to think, because I'm just noticing right now Gaul is moving against me. They're bringing more cavalry against me, but they're also bringing the warlord into this one. Or at least their captain. Right. Okay. This could actually be working to my advantage here. Infantry, create a line. Skirmishers, create a defensive line here. If Gaul wants to go aggressive, let them go aggressive. If they want to throw their warlord at me, let them. Well, at least they're scouting me out, but right. Make sure you guys are ready to deal with any incoming threats. Sir Carbal right now, I'm going to have him hold still. Gaul is starting to bring some skirmishers forward as well. They're already tired though, because they've been running on that hill. Skirmishers, I think it's time we started leashing off a few stones. Especially now that they're not facing us, so a nice stone to the back of the head should make a good kill shot. And I just proved my point there. Good kill shots, lads, right. Don't come forward just yet. We need to try and... we just need to move the jaws and slowly crush the enemy. But let's just quickly group you up again. Or at least you... Can you fix your formation up a little bit? Fix your formation. I'm sorry, but I'm a neat freak with formations sometimes. Right. Start bringing that cavalry forward. Looks like Gaul's going into retreat for now. I think they know they want that hill. I want to control this area right now, so I'm gonna move forward until I control that hill. I'm keeping an eye on that cavalry, but they are moving against me. I'm gonna zoom my map in as well a little bit. There we go. Got all I need to see now, and the arrows are crushed. Right. He's either retreating or he's going to try and flank me. So cavalry, don't let him flank. Make sure he doesn't. Make sure he just doesn't pull anything. General's coming again to scout us out. I don't know if... You know what? He's running. If he wants to sacrifice himself, let him. Gaul's bringing their entire army to this area now. So you know what? Group up. Begin moving forward. Right. I have another battle to monitor right now. Enemy general. Oh, there we go.
Smile upon you today.
Well done, Gaul. You fucked up.
General has been killed and his men lose heart.
Cavalry fall back. We're gonna see if we can bring Gaul over here. But right now, their general's down. Their morale is gonna sink a little bit. I suggest right now, take out that cavalry while it's cornered. Keep one unit in reserve and make sure the Gauls don't pull anything off on us. Don't want wool being pulled over our eyes. That's that unit routed out of the field now. What we've got now, we've got swordsmen and warband. They're going to try and run in. I mean, the warband see the cavalry as something they can take out. Cavalry, since we're still somewhat fresh, move out and get ready to do some flanking. Don't get involved with the warband though. Do not get involved with the warband. Get involved with warband and your life is forfeit. And I don't mean that in my jokey, I like to execute anyone who disobeys me way. I mean, seriously, you take on us warband, you will not live. You will die. Simple as that. Now, over here, it looks like there's something is moving. The general has basically moved past my lines because he's in full retreat. Gaul is taking to the hills. Slingers, let's start firing at will. Anything that comes near you now, kill it. While I try and work out what's going on up here. Right, cavalry, let's rebuild our formation. Or at least, you know, I've got cavalry hiding over here now. At least I've got cavalry here. Right. Let's pick and choose some targets. Gaul is dispatching more units to try and slow me down now. I've got quite a few skirmishes over there. Go and harass them for a little bit. Go and harass them. Buy time for my infantry to get into position. You lot start moving forward. Start moving into the woods. And get ready to do some stuff. You keep an eye on those skirmishers, by the way. You make sure swordsmen aren't getting a drop on us. Right, over here, what are we doing? Right, at the minute, it's peaceful. Gaul's building a line to try and slow me down, but that means I can start moving forward now. So I want these Iberian infantry to start moving forward. We're going to make our line here in the trees. So bring these dots forward, bring the skirmishers forward, bring Sakabel's cavalry contingent forward. Just get rid of those two there. We'll make our own group now. So Sakabel's cavalry contingent goes here. Stealth cavalry contingent, don't run by the way. Stealth cavalry contingent stays here. Gaul is now closing in on my first army. They see that army as the target now. You slingers might want to pull back now because you are before the enemy tries to skirmish with you. Cavalry, you take those guys out. Don't take out those warband though. One of you go for those skirmisher warband while they're isolated. You two just flatten those skirmisher warband. Iberian infantry, let's start moving forward. Take out their warband. Take out those warband who aren't facing you, by the way. That is a brilliant kill for us. And now the jaws are closing. Because right now the swordsmen, the swordsmen are present, but right now they're nowhere where they can be useful. They're in a position where they can't respond to me, and it means I'm getting in there now. I'm routing out skirmishers. I'm routing out their units. I really should be playing for kills though right now, and kills I shall play for. Find a routing unit and chase it down. Gaul is on the run. If they try to run, they run into my other army basically. Simple as that. So let them run. Just let them fucking run. Because all they're going to run into is their own oblivion, and I am 100% happy with that. So let's get you guys into your own cavalry contingent now. Come forward, you lot. You're just in chase now. Just pursue and kill, and then you know what? Fucking flank their army. You know what? Because we may as well. You Iberian infantry, you should be in a guarding position right now because you have an enemy army about to bear down on you. Skirmishers, start volleying. Sakabel contingent, get ready to flank. Bish, bash, bosh. This is how you win a battle. Two armies, crush the enemy, confuse the enemy. They're going to come in. Look at that beautiful volley. And now I have a nice strong defensive block. So there we go. Skirmishers target the swordsman. Cavalry, get ready to flank. Other cavalry contingent. Look at it. Just look at this beautiful thing that's been made for you. This is the last of that Gaul army. Fine, I've scorched the earth for nothing. But you know what? I was unsure if I could win this battle, but now you know what? I think I've just got a little bit more confidence in my battle abilities. And
Enemies, these men are perfect.
Good victory,
They are
lads.
running from the battle in terror.
Chase down whatever's left. Just chase down whatever's left. We'll hunt them down on the campaign map with Volubis. Still breathing you yet, you old warhorse. Still breathing you yet. Wipe them all out. I don't care if I know some of our guys are dying from charging down a warband, but you know what? A worthy sacrifice. That is a domination.
Victory is sweet indeed, and all the sweeter for being so decisive.
And that, my friends, is how you take out Gaul. Whew, well, Holy fuck! Ooh! Where do we start? Well, how do I put this? 4 kills? I lost 4 men in that battle? I mean, I can count my total casualties on my fingers. I actually lost some more men from reasons unknown, but yeah, look, I can count your kills on my fingers. That is a new level of embarrassing for the AI. I mean, seriously, hard mode and they get 4 kills. 4. F-O-U-R. I-V in Roman. 4. 4 kills, 19's... Right, screw it. I'm going to have to go back and watch episode 1 and just double check I put this campaign on hard mode, because that was just... I mean, I don't care about... That shouldn't be clear. That should be humiliating victory, crushing victory, blowout victory. I mean, on their screen, if it was multiplayer, it should say uninstall the game or something, because 4 kills. 4 kills. But again, I guess the Gauls were too busy just running around all over the map trying to work out which one they should take out, and I was actually being quite strategic. But look, there's some kills that I mean, look, casualties were... I know I said I felt bad for scorching the earth, but at least I spread the money around. Now I just feel really bad for scorching the earth because there wasn't a threat at all. Oh, whatever. Right. Well, that's dealt with at least.
Victory!
Very, very big victory for us there. Right. So at least Gaul is out of the picture there. I suggest right now you take some reinforcement. Well, you know what? Numantia. Oh, Numantia can't really retrain anything. Right. Well, I suggest you take some infantry from Numantia right now. So take these guys.
Emerging armies.
And take a unit of round shield cavalry, because you need an extra one at least.
Onward. Emerging armies.
Head north and siege Asturica. But take out Palatina first. But you know what? Head north, take Asturica. Done. Right. Now we are out of money at the minute, and I do need to continue recruitment. But right, for now, I think that's where we're going to call it an episode. I mean, I am happy. I mean, I don't think I got a famous battle marker, unfortunately. But screw it, in my head, that is getting a famous battle marker for just being the absolute blowout battle where the enemy just fucked up beyond fucking up. Right. By the way, over here, just get an extra unit of Iberian infantry because we need to, we're going to move forward and we're going to housekeep the fortress next episode, as well as housekeep the Romans, because, yeah, given that they're a cavalry-heavy army, I mean, I know Equites are enough to give us a lot of trouble, and they're better than round shield cavalry, of which I have none. I think I could probably take the Romans, or at least, you know, I'm just going to wait until they siege us, then I'll just take them out. May as well just recruit while I can. But, yeah. 4 kills once more. 4 kills. 4 kills. 4 kills. 4 kills. 4 fucking kills. You know I am actually face palming right now, by the way, people. But anyway, right. That's an episode. I'm going to call that a day. Because I'm just now... I mean, I'm just straight up speechless over that. That is just embarrassing from Gaul. And I am now just getting all the more reason just now just go there and just fucking mow them down now. But right. Next time, Asturica, Rome, or these Romans, fort keeping, and yeah, all that other good stuff while we just continue to build our economic power up in Iberia and then our military power up so we can start conquering shit again. But... that's where I call it an episode. So next time on Watch Gaul shit themselves in battle, well, we won't be fighting Gaul apart from that fort. I don't know if anyone's there, so I might just be able to walk back in. Yeah, next episode. See you there, folks, for just embarrassment. By the way, Mr. Spy, keep going north. Just monitor whatever they're up to. Just monitor, see where that other Gaul army is. I might be able to take that out on my way as well. We need assassins, actually. We could use recruiting some assassins. I think we are building up a market that will allow me to recruit them. But that's for the next episode. Roman assassin in the neighbourhood, though. Roman neighbourhood in the neighbourhood. Probably coming to bug me. So I'm going to have to counter-espionage his ass. But anyway, that's for the next episode. So I'll see you all in the next episode. Have a lovely evening, folks.